Okay, my algebras, this is Wednesday's lesson part 2. Or dos. So what do you do when you're multiplying square roots? Now, we're only dealing with square roots. So one of the rules is you can only multiply a square root to a square root, but we're only doing square roots, so you really don't have to worry about that rule too much. But you can't multiply a cube root to a square root. Unless you go to powers, which is something different, which we're staying with square roots anyways. So here we go. You just use the rule that if you have a product under the square root, you can break it up into the square root of the product of the factors in each square root. But you can also go in reverse, that if you have a square root of a factor times square root of a factor, you can rewrite that as the square root of the product of the factors. Or just go, whoops, 3 times 6, which is the square root of 18. Then you can simplify that. What perfect square goes into 18? And that would be 9 and 2, which would be 3 square root of 2. Now, some of these you're going to see over and over because there's only so many nice ones. So 18 is 9 and 2. 9 is perfect square. Anyways, so if I have this, square root of 2 times square root of 2, that would be square root of 4. And the square root of 4 is 2. So square root of 2 times square root of 6, technically you'd write it 2 times 6 under the square root, which is square root of 12. Then you break it up. What perfect square goes into 12? And again, if you have trouble with that, just go 12. Let's see, is 6 and 2. That's 3 and 2. Oh, there's 2 2s. 2, 2. It's a ballet number because it has a 2, 2. So I'd write it 4 and 3. And the square root of 4 is 2. Because 2 times 2 is 4. Square root of 5 times square root of 10. Now I'm going to skip a step and just multiply them. Then what perfect square goes into 50? Now, if it ends in 5 or 0, always check 25. Maybe, may not, but so this is 25 and 2. So that would be 5 square root of 2. Now, you always multiply outside numbers to outside and inside to inside. There's no pluses or minuses, so we are not foiling. That's a mistake most people make. They'll try to foil this somehow, but there's no plus or minus. So you just go 3 times 1 is 3. 2 times 6 is 12. Then you can simplify the 12. And the square root of 4 is square root of 3. And the square root of 4 is 2. 3 times 2 is 6. Whee! Why am I circling some and not the others? I don't know. Don't ask me. So this one. 2 times 1 is 2. Let's bring it up. Easier to see. So that's 2. Square root of 3 times 3 times 15 is 45. And 45 is 9 and 5. 9 is the perfect square because there's 2 3's that go into 9. So it'd be 2 times 3 times square root of 5 is 6 square root of 5. Woohoo! Excuse me while I bring that up. Now, if we're squaring it, a square root and square just cancel each other out because they're reverse operations. It'd be like if I said add 5, now subtract 5. Well, they cancel each other out. So, or you could say 2 squared is 4, and the square root of 4 is 2. Now, I have a product, so I just square both terms. 2 squared is 4. Square root of 3 squared is 3. Square cancel out. Or you could say 3 squared is 9. Square root of 9 is 3. So that's 12. So try this one on your own right now. Do it. Okay, so you'd say 3 times 12 is 36. Hey, I know my squares. That is a perfect square. Square root of 36 is 6. Okay, try this one right now. So you'd say, okay, square root of 2 times 10 is 20. And what perfect square goes into 20? Well, that would be 4 and 5. So that'd be 2 square root of 5. Yoo-hoo. Okay. So those 5 problems, do those for homework. That should only take you like 3 minutes. Well, yeah, go ahead and do those for homework. It should only take you a couple minutes. It should not be that big of a deal. Then I'll do those 5 at the start of Thursday's video. So, okie dokie dokie oak. So this is your homework. I was going to say just freeze the video and do it, but we'll go ahead and do that. Do those 5 problems for homework, and that'll be good. Have a good day.